Hello. Oh my goodness. This is Dion Ruff Sloan. I am here for Elemental Deep Dive with the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. Was having a few more technical issues and I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to be with you again live. But here I am. Yay! So I am so excited to dive deep into the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle with you because I'm doing it a little smidgy bit differently. So let's go ahead and get started and just take a nice deep breath. You might want to wiggle around in your seat to get yourself really super duper yummy comfortable. Wiggle around. And as we come to center, I want to read this to you. What if you were to sit by the river of your own life, observing the current, watching the flow, sensing the depth, feeling the rhythm, and not needing to tell about it, but instead taking a long, replenishing drink? And so it is from this place, this wonderful place of being able to take time out to observe the current of the river, in the river of your own life, that I light this candle and welcome in the warmth and the wisdom of the elemental forces, including your essence self. I welcome in earth and water, air and fire and spirit. And I ask that these elements be a blessing and open up their wisdom to us all as we dive deep into their wisdom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so the piece that I read is actually from a fantastic priestess by the name of Molly Reimer. And I will make sure that I include the link to her website because she's got some phenomenal resources and a lot of really juicy goddess wisdom to share. And the poem that I actually read to you came from her newsletter. And in her newsletter, she talks about this being her cauldron month. And I became fascinated with that idea, and I wanted to bring it to us in our collective journaling here. So I'll just read a little bit about what she says. She says, the cauldron in woman runes is a rune of alchemy and change, but also of containment and contemplation, a marrying of what might seem like opposites, but that which really coexist. During this upcoming month, take it all to the cauldron. What are you cooking? What flavors do you want to add? What do you want to create? What needs time and focus to bubble and brew? Can you allow yourself to steep in your own flavors? The cauldron asks us what we're cooking, but it also offers boundaries, containment, a safe space in which to stew up our truest magic. And so I really want to invite you to sink in, and while you may not be able to take a full month, we can at the very least take this time during our journal jam, our elemental deep dive, to take a look at what it is you're brewing. What are you putting into the cauldron? And then we'll connect with all of the elements, because I've got all of the cards laid out here, and we'll ask what needs to be added to our cauldron. Now, this is another little thing that I'm going to do differently. I've mixed the cards so that there might be some reversals in the deck, in each section. Now, in general, we don't read reversals. This is not that kind of deck. But as I was working with this and kind of playing with it and putting it into my own cauldron, it became apparent to me that cards that are reversed when they come out, when I've mixed them up, those are the ones that are asking me to pay a little bit more attention to them. They might be, it might be that I'm adding too much of that, or that I'm at an imbalance in that particular element with that particular quality. So we might have some reversals come up. I'm just letting you know how we're going to play with them. So let's go ahead and get started. First, you want to just think of some of the things that you are brewing up. What are you cooking up right now? Let's start with that question. What are you cooking up? What are some of the things that you're working on personally, professionally, all of those things? Whatever the first thing is that comes up for you to examine. And then after you've written a few things that maybe you're just really stuck on one, just go into it. What needs to be added to that particular thing that you're working on? Does it need to simmer? Is it cooking? Is it bubbling? Is it brewing? Bubbling, brewing. And then let's check in with the element of earth and find out what quality needs to be added to the cauldron, or subtracted, or moved around. So the earth card that came up is tending. So when you add tending to your inner creation cauldron, what does tending want you to know about what's bubbling, what's cooking in the cauldron right now? All right. Hope you've had enough time with Earth. And of course, if you haven't, you can always go back and play with it some more. And I invite you and encourage you to go back and play with it some more. All right, so let us connect with water and find out what quality, what emotion, what does water want us to add to our inner cauldron? And so, as I said, we have a reversal, and this one is nourishment. So we want to take a really good look at this. Are you denying yourself or your creation's nourishment? What emotional nourishment are you? Are you binging on things that are not necessarily nourishing to you? So take a look at that. Take a really deep look at that. Okay, and so I'll just bring that water journaling to a close. Okay, and so now we're moving on to air. And then on behalf of the collective, anybody watching live or on the replay, what do we need to know about this? What are we adding to the cauldron? And the card that came up was thoughts, and this again is in an upright position. So what thoughts do you need to add to the cauldron? What thought energy do you need to add to your inner cauldron? I hope you're getting some juicy stuff here. All right, and let's move on to fire. Let's see what fire energy, action energy needs to be added to our inner cauldron. Okay, and here we have another reversal, is warmth. So warmth in a reversed position here. What is your relationship with warmth? Are you not giving yourself enough warmth? Are you not giving your creations enough warmth to allow them to grow? Are you not adding enough warmth to yourself to allow your inner cauldron to get really going and bubbling and brewing? Oh, okay, here's an interesting thing. As I was looking at this card here, transformation, the transformation card is actually stuck to the back. So we're going to play with that. So are you giving your creations enough warmth to be able to be transformed from just an idea into something tangible? So ask yourself that. Are you giving your creations enough warmth within your inner cauldron so that they can be transformed? So just from right here, the message I got was stop lifting the lid off. It needs time to simmer. All right, and let's check in with Spirit and see what Spirit wants us to add to our inner cauldron. Upliftment. And this one is also in an upside down position. So are you giving enough upliftment? Are you looking for someone else to give you the upliftment, or are you uplifting yourself so that you can bring your creations forth? Wow, wow, wow. Just got a really big piece here. So my natural habit is to look for upliftment from outside sources. And one of the pieces I got was to notice the ways that I uplift myself and expand those. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I hope that this different way of doing this elemental deep dive has been super helpful for you. I invite you to continue to play with these cards of tending and nourishment, thoughts, warmth, and upliftment. And I am actually going to take these cards and put them in a cauldron in my goddess temple, so that way they can continue to inform me throughout the week until our next time together. So that way I can see if there's anything else that wants to come up through it. Thank you so much for taking time to come and play with me in this elemental deep dive. I'm Dionne Ruff Sloan, Natural Rhythms Creation Coach, and I am sending you so many blessings, so much love, and I am giving deep, deep gratitude to the elements of earth, water, air, fire, and spirit, and your spirit as I close sacred space for today. Thank you.